Welcome to our class today. I warmly welcome to my Zoom audience and also live on Facebook on my page. Um, we are basically doing a couple of book readings, and in contrast to some development in related with consciousness. The consciousness is extremely important, extremely profound in order to live this life happily, purely, organically. Um, the topic of consciousness we started a couple of months ago, and it is still going on because of the vast range of topics and subtopics within the realm of the consciousness we are studying. And last just I want to give you a recap. The evolution of consciousness was its first section, where we done a lot of key topic covered. If you missed them, I have put a playlist on my YouTube channel. You can go and watch there as well. And the section two, which are the levels of consciousness that we are studying nowadays. And the levels of consciousness are uh, enormous, and within different levels we are studying. And the main idea we have taken from the book, amazing book, The Map of Consciousness, explained by Dr. David R. Hawkins, who was a psychiatrist and also the spiritual guru. And he wrote that book, and that book is a breakthrough for understanding the mechanism of happiness, and how the things are around us, how the things are within me, and how I can give them meaning by truly deep understanding. So it's an amazing um, roadmap he has written in the name of consciousness, and that we are studying. In last couple of weeks, we done uh, various levels of consciousness. They all are in sequence. So after one consciousness, the other consciousness start, and from other consciousness, the next start. So they are interconnected and they are in sequence. So that's why they are very important and easy to understand. And you can locate yourself where you live and you are. You know what I mean? So that's why the shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, which we covered in last 4 or 5 weeks, are simultaneously help the people to leverage their level of consciousness. And today, particularly, we are going to learn desire. That is the next level of consciousness. And if we got the time, then we will add the anger as well. And these are um, not emotions. We our approach here to study as a level of consciousness, okay, which may not necessarily to the dictionary meaning of these terms. Here we are studying in perspective, in the paradigm of consciousness, if that's okay with you. So here is our main um, table of the levels of consciousness which we are studying. If you are new, then I want to tell you these are different levels. And let's say if I tell you here, uh, so the lowest level of consciousness is when we have a shameful life, we have a guilt-based life, or we are too much insensitive. That leads to make us hopelessness. Okay, but when person come out from guilt or shame, then that give them some relief into in form of grief, and that we are expressing what we used to do when we used to feel a shameful life, when we used to live a guilt-based life, and that turned into grief. Okay, and that grief one, if we overcome and go to the next level of our quality of life, quality of happiness, then the grief turn into some fear, and that anxiety related emotions or thoughts we start to uh, occupy by our mind, which in somehow good as well, because fear gives us the reflex action against any danger in life uh, is coming. So, but here we're talking about overall analogy of the fear which we come across. But when we come out from fear, then that fear leads to some crave in your life, that we are going to have some craving. And that craving is basically the topic of today. And whether it is good for us or it's not good for us, that we are going to study. If that's okay with you to understand where are we are. And the other levels we will continue to study, and that is a mind-blowing study for you. So, my name is Marathi Ali Shah, and I'm here from UK, London, and we're running these classes from last 1 or 2 years. That's absolutely voluntarily and free of charge classes I offer to everyone. My whole work so far is broadcasted uh, here on Zoom and Facebook, and recording most of the time are uploaded on my YouTube channel. Okay, so here, so let's go to our topic for today, and our topic for today is, like I said, a desire. Okay, what the desire. So before that, if you have any question, if you have any thought, let me know so that we can go for further. Let me see. Let me know so that we can go for further. Okay, so let's start our today's topic, the main desire. Desire. What is mean by desire? And here, basically, we are learning about desire is energy, and that energy is uh, who is motivating to come and move forward into the life. Okay, uh, and that moving towards uh, main goals of your life. It helps you to become a successful person, a balanced person, a person who have many roles, and that roles make you become a friend and family. There are portion of personal development. The personal development also lead to your personal beauty, your body weight, your money situation, how you have a capacity and buying power to um, buy a lot of things for your personal growth. And you need to live in a good house, good car, uh, good, nice people, nice environment to work, doing a proper business or entrepreneurship you have. So these are all things we desire for at this level. Okay. I'm not here going whether it's a good or bad. We are not talking about a good. But at this level, when we come out from, uh, when we come out from shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, then desire is the next level. Okay, that's we. I'm just repeating for your understanding. So, uh, and that looks very excited for the men, for the women, and they look like they are on track. Okay, and that desire we are going to learn a little bit more in details. Okay, and the question is how this desire provoke ourselves to do job, to do business, to do personal development, to make many connections with the people, to earn more money, and how much money they should and they must earn. So these old desire are mostly educated by our media. Our media, which is uh, full of advertisement, and the voter of running the media, backed by the advertiser, they invest billions of trillions of dollars and pounds every month to uh, provoke, to market different product and services based on the needs of people. And the needs of people, I just showing here some couple of hierarchy uh, presented by Maslow, need of hierarchy, that our need is safety and security, our needs to be loved and to love to people and friend and family, intimacy. Our needs are to feel confident, individual, having a proper self-esteem, and then we go for the higher levels of the life and spirituality, self-actualization. These are the different needs based on the worldly location of the people. Now, based on these needs, the media or advertiser put or provoke desire within us. And that desire is basically, um, we try to seek, we try to pursue, and that is our driving force at the moment. On internet, on media, on social media, we come across every hour some sort of advertisement that give us some meaning, and then we subscribe that, we buy it, and that's how it is going on. Okay, we think that it is better for us, and that's why we go further. Um, and that, like I said, that desire moves us to expand different efforts to achieve goals or obtain rewards. That reward, desire or reward is related with money, prestige, sex, power. I'm talking about here individual power in a company, in a life, in a home, in a society, in a community, and that is reason, uh, because many of those who have risen above fear as their limiting predominant life motive. So people who have fear, they basically put the desire to come out from fear, and that is their roadmap. That is their uh, become the life goals and their achievement roadmap. Okay, to getting a good girl, to getting to meet, to live a life with a ideal husband or ideal girl or boyfriend, um, to promote, to get a promotion in the office, or taking the business to the next level, to earn the money, and more money, so that that person not only become financial independent, but maybe they can create a lot of new projects which they never done. So these all comes in desire, and mostly desire is also the levels of addiction when because of that desire and goal setting you start to become addict of addictive substances or addict of physical and mental activity, wherein desire becomes a crave more important than life itself. And uh, I have uh, information for you that I did start a great series on addiction. What is addiction? How to quit addiction? Couple of months ago, I did start, and it finished very well. All these addiction series is on my playlist on a YouTube channel, so you can visit my YouTube channel and you can find that addiction related playlist. It's a really mind blowing, and it is for everyone, you and me, for everyone, because we all are addicted in somehow in some level and degree in our life. So Dr. David Hawkins further says the victim of the desire may actually be unaware of the basis of their motive. Some people become addicted to the desire for attention and drive others away by their constant demands. The desire for example, the desire for sexual approval has produced entire cosmetic, fashion, and movie industry. You know, the show business industry is basically that all people are victim of, and they are in romance with that industry. And every gender is trying to become more beautiful, more acceptable, more different, more creative because of these desire. And it's very important to know that this desire is also the gender exposure, where people have a desire to serve their communities based on their race, color, language, or region and religion. People also have a desire and stronger desire based on their gender, and that gender basically help them to move forward against another gender. So that is a gender war which is going on, where sense of masculinity is against the inferior sense of femininity, and at the same time, feminism is proud to become feminist against masculine or patriarchal system of the men who led this world from thousands of years, and they have made the women slaves uh, form of thing. And independent feminist claimers, they want to come out this chain of slavery from the men. So that also left a lot of things, lot of movements, change social trends, relationships, all are happen because of that desire. And when we say that desire, of course, it does mean that desire has to do with accumulation and the greed. Of course, so anything which you want, it crave you, and that crave never be satisfied. It satisfy for temporarily or momentarily, but it again start that you are empty now. You need it more or again and again. So in this sense, you become addict of desiring and craving and again. So desire become insatiable, because it is an ongoing energy field, so that satisfaction of one desire is merely replaced by unsatisfied desire for something else. So, for example, the desire to getting the grade A plus grade or higher grade, desire to marry a ideal person, desire to serve the country or serve the community against defeat of other nation, or a lot of desire to become uh, uh, in our relationships, and you try to make yourself happier and satisfied, which you unfortunately are not. So this is ongoing things, and that becomes a lot of disappointed event in your life. And these events are, of course, not healthy for your life, even though you are earning a lot of money, even though you have a beautiful spouse, even though you are a community worker, but because you all are doing at this level of consciousness, um, with not a proper vision, with not the vision of enlightenment, with not the vision to be in peace and calm. That's why that become sooner or later pain and suffering. I know a lot of people and groups, they fulfill one weakness or gap in the life, and they feel very well, but eventually it made them again unstable, again unfulfilled, and that unfulfilledness led them to do something else, and that craving never stops, and that is the dilemma and tragedy of today complex modern world. Our complex modern world is full of these thoughts and trend and stages, and and that is a really challenge for a lot of great individuals, because uh, they revolve like a pendulum from one point to another point, and another point back to another forward point, and they are oscillating like a pendulum, and that thing that this is only the life they want to do. Now imagine the psyche, the psychology of a person who wants to become a multi-millionaire, or who still uh, have a crave to earn more money. I remember I see many people, let's say if their monthly income was 2,000 pound, and they were happy if they will get 2,500 pound a month. But that does not stay them calm, and they this crave slowly and gradually more and more, and then they start to say, "Oh, I should earn 4,000 pound a month, and then 5,000 pound a month." And now I know that they have 10,000 pound a month income, but they're still unsatisfied. So this craving does not stop, and that happens. Okay, this in the modern age we call it obsession, and that obsession is going on and going on and going on, and it is uh, amazing thing for a person to become a successful, that at least they have a craving and they have motivation to go in life, but in reality it is not, unfortunately. Okay, no matter you become a millionaire. I living in UK, I come across a lot of millionaires people, uh, but they die, and their all wealth goes to state or somewhere to unknown sources without their consent, because the death comes to their life, and they thought that only the um, because they didn't have the higher purpose, only other than earning money and money. That's why their money never saved them, and even they never leave any legacy. And that legacy is no more of many millionaires. How many million people who are millionaires and you know them? Hardly some few and where are other millions people who were millionaires and they think that their money will help them to leave their legacy? It's very difficult, isn't it? It's a challenge. It's a big thing. It's a big obsession in the life, and that's why, um, uh, of course, money is very important, very important. But money is important for ultimate happiness, for achieving a higher purpose, for achieving a big purpose. Then that money is more good and amazing. And that will not make you die without any legacy. Okay. So, but unfortunately, in our cultures, in our countries, in our this grave never ends. The, the Dr. David Hawkins further says that the desire, however, is a much higher state than apathy or grief. Uh, oh yeah, that's I already informed you. If you see here that your life starts from here, the shame, and then it turns into guilt, and then you become hopeless and insensitive, and then that turns into some tragedy of life, which is good for healthier, and you start to cry, and that cry is stored in form of some fear, okay, and some anxiety, and that anxiety you want to release when you start to become to have desire and goals, okay, and here the energy is 125 out of 1000, okay. So our mostly successful people, okay, our in our life, mostly successful people, they are lying here, okay, many here on this level of consciousness, this level of consciousness, okay. So you where you crave and you always be disappointed. So any desire you try to fulfill, you are disappointed, okay? And maybe you are denying to God as well, because you are slavery in process, and you are slave of your own wishes, your uh, on greed of thoughts to be fulfilled. You want to be see them in reality. So, but desire is better than to be in shame, better than to be in guilty, better to be and in empathy, better to be living in a fearful life. Okay, that is amazing thing we do. And in the last of few things about desire that uh, anybody has anything desire, and that desire is cultivated by our media, our television, our social media, and that had a major influence on many oppressed people because it inculcates wants and energies and their desire to the degrees that they move out of apathy and begin to seek a better life. So, so that desire age is it's very tricky. Okay, many people make decision of choices they make in their life based on the ads they watch, based on the series on Netflix or other television program or online televisions, or offline televisions, um, they make choices and they take the guidance from there. And that is alarm for us. That is a siren for everyone that we must not have this attitude. We can watch the TV just information purpose, but that information um, tell you some facts, but these facts are not actual. Okay, always remember what that facts are not truth. Facts are the chunks of happening. Okay, and we need to become enough wise that we connect these dots and chunks of facts to form a, a line, a road that leads to truth. And truth is the ultimate goal of a soul and is the ultimate reality of happiness. So if you are not truth driven uh, based life you are living, no matter you are following or you are a great successful person, eventually you will not leave any legacy. Okay, but if you are living a great life, a successful life, and balanced life with the higher purpose, okay, with the higher level of consciousness which we are talking about, that is going to be a legacy of your life, okay, because that is leading towards a life going to the truth, okay, and that is very important for you, I must say, okay. So uh, so want or desire can start people on the road to achievement. Desire can therefore become a springboard to higher level of consciousness. And that is amazing thing for us, for many people. But I mean, always go back to this table. Always, you are here. If you are becoming a millionaire, you are here in this table. If you are you have met a beautiful girl or beautiful or rich man, you are still here, okay. So sorry, I think something is happening in the back. uh, I think someone is going on the road, uh, or somebody put the music in the car. I apologize for the background noise. So this is the thing which we have learned. Now, if you have any question and thought about the role of desire in your life, please feel free to write here. And yeah, I will try to help you to understand your levels of happiness. Okay, your levels of thing. Okay, so. Uh, that is the for today. The next week we will learn about the anger, and that anger is a next level of consciousness, and that consciousness is amazing stage which we will learn that why people become angry, why nations become angry, why communities become angry, and why they do release through hate, and why so we will learn in details, and yeah, that's all for today. So don't forget to join my YouTube channel, and you can follow the playlist from the um, in my YouTube channel about these all things we are reading. You can invite your friend and family to read and to um, watch these things in these events, these class. So this class is absolutely free, but that is a very helpful event and 45 minutes to improve the quality of your life. So I am your host, Marathi and facilitator, and I will see you next Sunday on the same time with the next level, with the next topic of anger. Okay. Thank you very much and goodbye.